Welcome in. Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. We're on to Cancers now. Welcome in, Cancer. Here we go. Remember, everything may not resonate. Maybe something here or there resonates for you. But take what does. Take what resonates and helps you to help yourself, and leave the rest for somebody else. If it's not your story, don't make it fit. It's no big deal. It's just for somebody else. I got the 9 of Swords out here in the reverse. Yeah, coming out of some sort of trying time. Thank you to all of you who have supported this channel, and thank you to those who are new. Welcome. 3 of Swords in the reverse. A lot of recovery going on here. A lot of emotional recovery. What else do we have? The Truth. Choices. Investment in self. Page of Wands in the reverse, the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Swords. Walking away from what doesn't serve you. Walking away from things you have zero interest in. Absolutely no interest in. Someone else has an interest in that for you. You know, maybe you're going along with it. But all you see as you go along with somebody else's idea of what you should be doing, or what your interests might, where your interests might lie, or how you should go about something, it's just spilled over. I don't want to say failures. It's just, it doesn't come together because it's not authentically what you want, being authentically you going after something. Look at the cups that are not spilled, that are full. Look at the glass half full. Take what you can salvage here. Be your authentic self. Move forward in positivity here. Okay, you've got the 4 of Swords and the Empress. So you've got a lot of good energy trying to reach you. But I think you're just exhausted from being somebody else's idea of who you should be. Yeah. It's more of an energy of put your crown on, get clear on what makes you happy, and then your harvest comes in the way it's meant to. It'll be serendipitous with the Page of Cups out here. You know, right now you're like working hard to gain so little. But once you get in the groove of your true self, doing what you really would like to be doing, you see that things start to come together. You know, people fly close that you find helpful. Your soul tribe becomes apparent to you. You get a lot of help where you don't have to ask for it if you have a problem with or have a hard time asking for help. You know, things just start to fall into place more. Right now, it's like you're swimming. I feel like you're swimming upstream. Everything's been difficult. Yeah. 7 of Cups. Everything's been unclear. Like, I'm not really sure who you want me to be, so I try and be this, then I try and be that. And, you know, this person, if there's a person giving you advice on how to be, they don't even know who they want to be, let alone who you should be. And that's why I feel like it changes a lot on you. Like, they give you suggestions, or be yourself, you know, stand in your own power here, stand in your own authenticity, and watch the energy change up. I feel is the energy I'm seeing here on the table. Yeah, and it will happen fast. You'll notice a change right away. It will be like a release of, you know, kind of tangled energy that doesn't fit. The 8 of Wands here. Now we got the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, worried about choices. 9 of Swords. Worried about going forward with what you love. I feel like something that you love comes towards you. It's a choice that comes towards you in the midst of you worrying. Okay, so make sure you look up long enough to see it, and then Hangman. You're going to want to give this some thought, but I felt like the energy was more take a leap. Look at all the angles here so you feel comfortable. I think you're a deep thinker. The Hierophant is out here now. What you're going toward is a choice while you're worrying. I feel like Spirit is saying you've already done enough thought on this, given this enough thought to know, the square peg, the round hole dichotomy that you're involved in doesn't work. That's behind you. Stop reviewing the dialogue, something like that. Knight of Wands. Move boldly forward. Bold energy. Quick energy. Make a decision, go energy. Yeah, you don't have to have this all figured out. Just know the first step. Then the next step will reveal itself. The King of Swords in the reverse, you definitely have someone that's telling you, they're trying to interfere here, thinking they have all the answers. What about that energy, Spirit? What about that energy? King of Swords in the reverse. Novel. Told to grab a charm. Let's do that. King of Swords in the reverse. Flower. Do they think you're too delicate, or they've had to be tough for you, or that enables them to give you some advice here? Flower. This is a spatula. The bat comes out. Bat energy is supernatural energy for me. What's cooking here is something supernatural. For someone meant to be very gentle. That's the victory. The very thing that they're trying to help you with or say is a weakness of yours is going to be your strength, is going to be a part of your victory here. It may not be for them, but, maybe a dialogue needs to take place here, and we'll ask about advice, but something to the effect of, your formula doesn't work in my life. Your formula may work for you, but it's not going to work for my victories, what I want. Yeah, it could be a family member. They try and lead the way. Maybe they're trying to be very helpful, but I think they're standing in the way of your authenticity, justice. They're trying to balance the scales here. I think they're trying to be very helpful. I think they're doing this out of love, but they're kind of getting in the way, I think, of your actual abundance. Is that right, Spirit? Let's see. 10 of Wands. They're bringing the burdens. They're bringing more burdens to you. You put enough pressure on yourself. You don't need this extra pressure. Something like that. What's the advice here, Spirit? Know thyself, I hear. 6 of Swords in the reverse. Major transformation here. 5 of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, new beginning. New beginning in love. New beginning in authenticity here. New beginning in your truth. Magician, belief in self. Believe that you can manifest. The moon, you don't see it. Page of Swords, it's all about your truth. That brings this about. It only take one manifestation for you to be like, oh yeah, okay, there is something to this. But there's some competitive energy here. Like maybe, here's just an example. A sibling who's competitive with you. Maybe they are older, or they don't have to be. A sibling that's always been competitive with you. And they feel like they have the answers for themselves. And maybe because they're older, let's say, or younger, just their personality type, they feel like they can help you. I do feel like a lot of you have a scenario here where they feel like you don't have self-confidence, strength in the reverse, that they need to help you with, or that they've kind of paved the way for you. I feel like there is definitely, for many of you, a duty of love here, but it's messing. It's messing with the natural you. You know, their temperament, their character is much different than yours. This is invest in yourself. This message is invest in yourself. Don't hold back anymore. Yeah. Bottom of the deck. Eight of Swords. Just don't sell yourself short. Don't allow yourself not to show up, and don't allow others to not see who you truly are. That's what's meant to happen here. If you've been told you're overly emotional, that's from somebody who they work out their problems by being defensive or being, they go straight to like an alpha type, take action or stand up for themselves energy. And if it works for them, it's not a combination that works for you. Yeah. So know thyself and know what works for you and know what to cut out. Yeah, this is somebody from your childhood. I feel like this is family. But you got to come out of their lack mentality or how they've handled lack situations, because you have a totally different style, and embrace that. That's where your foundation lies, in your enlightenment here on this topic alone. Yeah, I feel like the sky's the limit for you. Maybe travel, maybe doing something online. Entrepreneurial energy here is out on the table. Definitely finding your balance. You're way off kilter now trying to be somebody else. Yeah, but it moves once you start saying, okay, well, this is really me, and this is why this style works for challenges in life or myself moving forward. This is what has to take place. It's fated, Wheel of Fortune energy, and what you have to walk away from, and what you ultimately need to be celebrating about you. Yeah. You keep going down this path where you're somebody else's somebody or version of what they want you to be. It doesn't lead to any kind of happiness. I see gray. I don't see brightness here. Until you take that transition, you swallow it up, take it on, and make it happen. Yeah. Oracle. I'm just going to split the deck. We'll see what we get. Believe in yourself. Belief. Very important here. Flexible. I feel like it's not going to be easy. Of course, you already know that. But be flexible with this. Be flexible with this new beginning and be dedicated to it, because it's going to be kind of a combination of you also finding yourself, because you've been being somebody else for so long. It's going to be an interesting journey of finding yourself as well. Clarity on self. Definitely a new beginning. Fates. What's fated for you will start to become very evident, including what you want in the way of your hopes and wishes and dreams. What's fated for you? 17 on the table, 19 on the table. Those numbers may be significant. Yeah. If you continue to do the same thing over and over again, which is I see a pattern here in the energy on the table, you're always going to get the same results. So it's time now to reevaluate, as I feel like you're starting to do. And belief in self. You are very blessed. Yeah. Peace. Have peace with yourself. Have peace within. Be happy with who you are. That's your message, Cancer. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel to grow. And please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee if you feel inclined. Until next time, we'll see you.